But Dave, let's move on into the final segment. It's good to be back, Dave. It's good to be back talking about the team that you and I both call home. How about the Chicago Bulls? And this team, we're no longer, what were we, fifth in the East at one point? We're no longer there.
We're close.
I will say we're recording this live when we're playing the Cavs. D-Mitch has 25 right now, but we're close. It's a close game, Dave.
It is a closer game than it should be. He is our father, as tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly, he hasn't lived at the free throw line.
You won't. Only two free throw attempts today for
early. We're just getting into the third quarter now, so if he finishes the game with 9 to 17 free throws, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm hoping Vuce can get me 4 more points. He's at 11.
Yeah, probably will. But no, Chicago Bulls, pleasant surprise or continued unhappiness? Which side are you floating on here, Ricky? Because I can see kind of both right now.
Dave, do you want to know where I am with this team? Exactly.
I really do. I'm genuinely curious.
So, AK, I don't know if you know what one of these are, but it's called a phone.
What do you do?
And what I need you to do is take this phone, look for, you probably have a lot of other executives with other teams. You probably have their numbers or could get their numbers. Yeah. I need you to take this phone. I need you to dial that number into said phone.
We're dialing.
Talk on phone. You could talk like this or you get it on speakerphone, however you want. I don't know if you're a boomer or not. But I need you to call teams and trade Vuce and Zach while the price is high, while they are playing lights out. Dave, we know Zach is good. And Zach is shooting, Zach's shooting 50% from the field, 43% from three. Vuce's been I didn't even know he could be this efficient. 58% from the field, 47% from three. AK needs to be on the phone with executives now and work out a deal. Work out a deal now before the bad comes. Because as a Bulls fan, we know early in the year, this is where we're good. We're jiving. Woo! Bulls podcasts are fun. In a couple months, it's just going to be a therapy session again.
Yeah, Bulls therapy will start probably around January. If you know us last year.
No,
I mean,
are they gonna move them? Either one of them? Both of them?
Man, if I knew the answer to that, Ricky, how many times have we been wrong about that? These guys weren't supposed. Vucevic wasn't supposed to get another contract. Zach LaVine was supposed to be gone 2 years ago. What are we doing? What are we even doing?
Hey, I gotta respect Zach for pulling the injury. I'd pull an injury too instead of going to Detroit. Yeah.
I mean, just think that team could actually be good right now. They're not bad.
No,
but they could be good if they had Zach LaVine instead of Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr.
The problem is, what teams do you trade them to or try to trade them to?
But Ricky, if we trade them, how can we make the play-in? That is our life goal.
We can make the play-in without them.
I don't know. I truly think that we are a team that...
I don't know. The Sixers and the Bucks are dead, dude. I don't know if you heard. Right now, the Pistons are a play-in team.
Yeah, the Sixers and Bucks both have 2 wins. We only have 4 wins.
Yeah,
we're a bad week away from being the Sixers and the Bucks.
I don't know. The Nets are in the play-in right now, dude.
Yeah, let's calm it down here. It's still way too early for writing off.
You know what's funny about the East?
The only team I'm writing off is the Jazz.
You know what's funny about the East to me?
What's that?
Only 2 teams above 500.
We just
talked about the Celtics and the Cavs.
The Western Conference Mavericks are the 11th seed. Western Conference champs.
They'd be the 3 seed in the East.
Yep. East is pretty good. We're pretty good. But no, I do truly think that the Vucevic thing is, hey, this guy is playing as good as he has since he was an all-star down in Orlando. This is the Vucevic we traded for. Do I think we want to trade him? Absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind that Vucevic should get traded. But at the same time, $20 million for Vucevic seems like something other teams can kind of match, right? Like that doesn't seem too difficult to me. Like, so I'm going like, if we got this year on Vucevic, I'd be okay with it. If we can pick up a draft pick, I would be so down. This draft class is so good. Meanwhile, Zach, though, it's just so much money. We're talking 40 plus, 45 mil this year, going up like a couple mil every year. It's a lot of money to match. It's
and let's be honest, the only team that like the main team that's linked to him is like the Clippers, and it's like I don't want any of your draft picks because they're all swaps. Yeah, and you're gonna lose those swap. You're gonna lose that swap because you're gonna be worse than the teams that.
Right, so we'd end up with like pick 28, 29, 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Like from that deal. That's tough. It'd be really tough. That's the problem. Like we were really thinking maybe the Warriors, maybe a team like that, but they're doing well to start, so who knows? But
unless the Lakers want to trade for Zach, but still, we're getting a playoff like
D'Lo and Rui, baby. That's what
I have seen trades with the Lakers.
Do you want to get rid of Zach that badly?
I have seen trades on like Twitter and stuff with the Bulls in it that would net us Dalton Connect. I don't know if the Lakers are going to trade Dalton Connect in a deal.
Probably not. I mean, he's not been great, but he's still got potential. He's better than Jalen Hood-Schifino is. Man, I dislike that guy going into the draft, and I victory lap that all the time.
You don't say, Dave. You don't say.
But no, Zach's playing great. I think this is, like they said, the first year he's been healthy coming into a season in a long time. So, like, to his credit, not only did he avoid Detroit, but he also was able to successfully take care of his body leading up to the season. So this is the best version of Zach that we're going to see probably all year. He's already gotten hurt. He had a small tweak, but his shooting's great. His defense is existent. You know, he's not a total traffic cone out there. Like I really do think that the Zach probably gonna stay. Unless you can get like a really good pick for it, and I mean like an actual pick, not like a contingent second rounder somewhere down the road. Like everybody wanted us to write him off last year. Like no, Zach LaVine's still one of the best scorers in the NBA, and the only team out there outside of like the two that we talked about would be like a Nets deal, where it's just like I don't want Ben Simmons just to write off his contract at the end of the year and a pick. Like maybe some people do. We talked about that during the offseason, but.
Could we? I'm going to be crazy here for a second, Dave.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Dave's like, I don't like when you get crazy.
I want to talk about the young talent. I want to talk about all the guys playing. I want to go crap on Patrick Williams.
We'll get there. I just want to bring up this one thing.
Sure.
We talked about a team that now some of their centers will be coming back before Chet does.
Yes.
Could we work out a deal with the Thunder? Vuce? They do have the draft capital.
They don't want Vuce.
Does anyone want Vuce? I even looked at the Magic. Like PJ's injured. Like we've worked with, like Gaff Daddy's there. Like
I've worked with the Magic and we have worked with the Thunder recently. So
would the Mavs want Vuce?
I think the Mavs are cool with Gaff Daddy and
I know they got Lively as well, so it's like, okay, where do we fit Vuce in?
No. I really don't know that there's a team who needs Vuce out there outside of like the Pelicans if they didn't have 17,000 injuries.
Yeah.
Like that's the team who could use Vucevic.
The Pelicans.
Yep, if they wanted to save their season. But like, what are you trying to save at that point? You know? Zion's a question mark. BI is a question mark. CJ's DeJounte's hurt. Yeah. That team's a whole different snowball of injuries. Like that, you know what's nice? Not being that. Nice to be healthy. I'm gonna knock on some wood real quick, but no, I think that Vucevic probably has a taker out there, and again, he's the easier guy to move. But what? Then we're gonna play Jalen Smith and Sanogo, or maybe
basically it would be giving up on this year, which I'm fine with.
But we're not doing it.
I know.
Not yet. I think the only way we give up on the year is if we find a Zach deal that's like lucrative for us, because Kobe White's playing good enough. Josh Giddey, we haven't seen outside of his atrocious defense, which I think he is second actually only behind Cat. There was a stat dropped in our Discord. Down below, links down below. With like highest field goal percentage guarding the paint, and like Cat was number 1. Like it's basically a free pass. He's waving Jan through with the flags.
Yeah.
But Giddey was number 2. Like people just don't miss on Giddey if they get him in the paint, you know? Him as rim protector. I get it. He's not a center, but like defense would be nice. That's all I'm saying, man.
I mean, you bring up Kobe White. I just looked at tonight's game. So far, he's 5 of 9 from the, or now it's 5 of 10 from the field. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3 in this game. Like
he is the hottest of hot, coldest of colds.
I have to give him his credit. He has been good this year, but that is like what you just said is like the one thing that I hate about Kobe this year. I call him Katy Perry because he's hot and cold.
Dude, that's our whole team though. Like I would assume he'll start the year off like 1 of 7, 1 of 9, then he'd go like 7 of 10 and carry a game for us.
I think the last game he played like
his son Trae Young.
Oh yeah, the Atlanta Hawks are his team. Them and the Celtics usually are his teams that he just comes up to play. But like even against like, okay, it was Utah. Like, you know, Utah.
And we still lost to Utah.
Yeah, we did. 135 to 126.
So embarrassing.
But you're right. Like he started off like, okay game against the Pels, but then the Bucks 1 of 8. The Thunder 1 of 11.
That's a saying. Like,
which killed me as an IO defender and an IO stan.
We are streaky, and that will get us nowhere by the end of it. We will be, you know, a 37-win team probably.
Does that come back to coaching?
I think it comes back to we changed offensive schemes. Okay. We have a point guard now with Josh Giddey, and we're trying to make like that work better. So our rotations are all different this year because last year it was just the Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu show. Yeah, cool, no problems. But now we have Josh Giddey trying to be our primary point guard with Lonzo Ball in the mix for a couple games till he hurt his wrist, and let's just it's not his knee.
I will say I'll say tonight Giddey's been playing well.
Yeah.
6 of 7 from the field, 16 points, 7 boards, 6 assists.
He fills the box score well. That's what we predicted would happen, and he's doing that well. I don't know if there's anything to like say it's positive or negative. I think so far the experiment is working about as well as we expected it to, because we're still gaining to that rotation. Our offense is still developing like continuity because it truly is new point guard. I don't know. Do you think that?
Use the word.
I did. I really wish like Lonzo Ball coming back though was like again. What a wonderful like week and a half that was till now. It's like, oh, well, if he has a surgery he probably needs, he'll be out for the season. So we're going to give it some time. It was like, so he's done for the season is what you're telling me. Great.
Thing I'm reading here is with Lonzo, Ball isn't wearing a brace on his right wrist Monday and is slated to resume basketball activities in the coming days. Julia Poe of the Chicago Tribune reports.
Nice. Okay. I think early on it was made out that it was like, oh, if he got surgery, he'd be done for the year. And it was like, oh God, no. So I didn't know what the rehab was looking like non-surgery.
And then Casey Johnson Casey Johnson said Jalen was out tonight because of an illness.
Yeah, there's like a stomach bug going around the NBA. A bunch of guys are out. Like a ton.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good though that Lonzo doesn't need surgery.
Definitely.
Because if Lonzo comes back,
Zach Lonzo, we looked good. You can't deny we look good.
Like, what's our ceiling then, Dave? Are we?
We going for back? 42 wins. We going for 42 wins.
Oh, just 42?
Just 42?
I don't know. I feel like 42 used to be 42. I mean,
wins might be like a 6 seed.
I mean, well, okay, this year. Last year, 42 would have got you right where we were last year at the 9 seed.
Oh, okay.
The Heat had 50, or the Heat had 46.
Yeah.
Sixers had 47.
Yeah. No, we would be right in the plane, which is where that's our home. That's where we live.
And that's where we win a game, lose a game, season's over.
Right.
We got the two.
Yep.
We got the 2 extra games.
Correct.
Well, one extra game, because the second game at that point would have been a road game for us.
Yeah. But point is, it gets us exactly back to where we should be because we're the Bulls and we don't like to rebuild. We like
to retool
and stay the exact same. And talking about that, guys who should have stepped up this year, Patrick Williams. What is up, my dude? Now, as a man who's just taken on the shins for the last, I don't know, let's just say conservatively, like since the start of the season.
Yeah.
And then a little bit before the season, saying, oh, well, DeMar is gone, so Patrick Williams should be able to play more and he'll get more shots up and he'll be more, aggressive. We expect him to take like, instead of like 6 shots a game, maybe he'll get up to like 10 shots a game. And if
Dave, you want to know something funny? He is averaging around the same amount of shots, both threes and field goals, that he did last year. In the overall field goal percentage, he's about -10 from last year. In the 3 department, he's -5.
Yeah, it's not going great for that.
Same volume. But his free throw percentage on the same volume is up by almost 10.
Great. He is who we thought he was. We paid $20 million a year for Isaac Okoro plus. And I don't even know if it's a plus anymore. It's just Isaac. Like, he might be a worse version of Isaac Okoro right now. Okoro is at least playing well. From the Cavs games we've seen. Obviously, different system, different supporting cast, different role, slightly. But Patrick Williams, I mean, man, if I would assume who had Patrick Williams' body, we'd be watching a star. That's what I'm saying. Like, Io's got that willpower to just do, and like, you love to see it. But Patrick Williams is just the most like. I don't want to.
Now I will say, this is only one game.
Sure.
But tonight against the Cavs,
Patrick
Williams is 5 of 10 from the field and 3 of 6 from 3 for 13 points, 9 boards, 3 assists.
9 boards.
Yes.
That might be his career high.
He leads our team in rebounds with 9 right now.
Patrick Williams never rebounds. You have to understand, this is earth-shattering news to me.
And you know what's even more earth-shattering, Dave?
What's that?
He's doing it against a team that has Evan Mobley and Jared Allen starting.
True. That's so true. That's actually very true, Ricky.
Mobley has 10. Allen only has 4.
Yeah, my brain's a little confused right now how to process all this positivity because Patrick Williams, maybe he finally got the message because he started to lose time. Like Julian Phillips, Dalen Terry, and Modest Buzelis started eating away his minutes.
I'll be completely honest. There was a game you, me, and Jake were watching, and some Bulls fans are going to torch me for this, but I don't care. Literally, Phillips was at the line, and I said out loud, "Who's this? I've never seen this guy before," because he never plays. And I'm sorry I don't watch the Widmer Bulls. I'm sorry, I don't.
I think that we have a weird obsession with project players. Clearly. Clearly.
We do, or AK does.
AK does.
Yeah.
Bulls do. I mean, Modest is a guy who has we drafted somebody who has insane potential. He's 6'10". He's got really high basketball IQ. He seems to always try to make the right plays. Good rebounder, good handles for his size. Just can't shoot great. But we have a shooting coach now, so there's hope. But then they're like, yeah, we don't want to give him minutes because reasons.
We don't want to give him minutes.
Okay, because this year our hopes are what again? Remind me, the play-in game. Right. So we're gonna do that. But we have seen Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips get a good portion of minutes this year, which is exciting as a Bulls fan. We should want to see guys we drafted actually playing games. Thank God we're not watching Javon Carter not get a ton of minutes. Guys oh my God, Duarte get minutes. players who are up there in age who really have no future with the Bulls should not get minutes over these guys, and we're finally seeing that. Even like Torrey Craig, like has not gotten a ton of minutes to start this year. So
the last two names you mentioned, Duarte and Torrey Craig, have not entered the game tonight.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Probably won't.
Yeah, they shouldn't unless it's a blowout. Like those guys are end of bench guys. They're end of bench vets. That's fine. They're there to be mentors and backup emergency kind of players. Like we really need to let the young guys roll because we have a bunch of them and we need to actually get them to play. That's how you get better at the game.
That's why, so here's the point where I'm at.
Yep.
I know people are going to say, oh, when Lonzo comes back, we can't trade Vuce or Zach because this team could actually be good with Lonzo. But, there's a part of me that just feels like with how well Zach is doing right now, with how well Vuce is doing, just blow it up, dude. Just blow it up, trade both of them, play all the young guys. I'm saying, give me a lineup where it's basically, what would this lineup be?
That's the crazy thing. We're just talking about two guys going away.
So the lineup I would do if I traded Vuce and LaVine, depending on what I brought in, it would be a backcourt of Kobe and Ayo, Giddey at the 3. Then what? Probably Phillips at the 4, and then see the problem is I want Modest to play too. What center do we want to? Who do we want to play at the center? Because are we going to play Sanogo, or are we just going to say screw it? We're going to play our tallest non-center at center just to get him minutes out there.
Jalen Smith.
You're probably right. That's probably the one.
Yeah, if he's healthy, he's a go at center. He's fine. He played really well. He has played really well so far. So, yeah, no, I get Wine Modest out there. I do too, but I just need to continue to see him developing. And again, I think they're doing the right thing as far as now they're starting to shave minutes off guys who don't perform. That's the right answer. We have enough bodies where if you're having an off night, you don't get all your minutes. Adjust your rotations. No one on this team is good enough to be I better get my 30 minutes tonight. That Zach LaVine's the only one who's that good. Literally, Vucevic has us held hostage because what are you gonna do? Play Sanogo, who's 6'8" at center? No,
Sanogo's played 5 minutes tonight.
Yeah, that's the problem. He is.
The good thing is, and this goes to your point, talentless Horton Tucker's only played 1 minute.
Yeah.
What? You came up with that name? Why not use it?
No. It still feels bad. Point being, I think that we're right and let the kids run, but if Lonzo comes back and we win a couple games, instantly it's slam the brakes on trades.
Yeah.
We got our play-in lock-in.
If this team blows it up. If this team blows it up, trade Zach, trades LaVine, do they also trade Lonzo? Or do they eat it?
I don't think anybody will pay for $20 million Lonzo Ball. Unless it's
because would Lonzo be a rent? Would he be a rental?
Yeah, this is expiring. Yeah.
Okay.
It is. This is his final year on Spotrac. I have the contract memorized for a long time now. Because every year we talk about what? If he played well enough in this 1 year, can he swindle another long-term deal? Nobody knows. This injury doesn't help him.
Yeah, he's a UFA. You're right.
Yep.
And then with Vuce and where's LaVine? Vuce's is 2 years.
Correct.
So this year, next year, and then LaVine's is this year, next year player op.
Yep. What makes you happy as a Bulls fan? Play in? Because we lose a draft pick if we actually make it to the playoffs, remember?
Yeah, I know. Blow it up.
Top 10.
That's why I'm all about blow it up. I'm all about AK using this thing called he might have an Android, which I would be okay, you're one of those people. But pick this thing up, use it. It's a valuable tool. And make those trades because I want I want to see what the young kids got. I want to have a draft class. Like you have said, this draft class is going to be good.
Very good.
This is going to be good. I'll tell you this, Dave. I watched yours and Jake's big board.
Okay.
And The thing that would tickle me pink, and it's not even because I have a certain affiliation with the school.
I know who it is.
Like if we had a draft pick and got Will Riley, I would be tickled pink. Like we could get a player like that later in the draft. If he doesn't, raise his draft stack.
He's kind of going up right now.
He's going to raise it. Like, that's the thing, too, raising that draft stack.
He's probably in that, like, 10 to 13, 10 to 14 range. He's back on the ladder with that kind of shooting performances he's had.
Or we could...
Him and Kasparis have been lighting it up.
Or we could tank fully and try to go for capture the flag.
Yup.
All we got to do is be in the lottery, man.
That's the point. This team needs to do lottery picks.
I just like another play-in season for this team will not make me happy.
That's what I was looking for.
It won't. It's mediocre.
I enjoy watching the Bulls play, but it hurts me deeply knowing that every win is somehow sad and every loss is somehow still sad.
Yeah.
Like it feels like lose-lose. And I know we're 2 weeks into the year, 3 weeks into the year talking about this being like, oh, why aren't we tanking yet? Well, you don't have to tank yet. Think about this. The Jazz are still winning games. They just beat us.
Every win to a team lower than us is also a win. Yep. Is that how we have to think about it?
Are you afraid of a guy like I would assume we're getting traded?
Yes.
If we start to sell off pieces?
I'm just worried about him being traded in general. Because I don't know. I know AK drafted him. But now that they've drafted Modest and then Kobe's playing a little better, I don't know where he is valued.
It's a fork.
I don't want Io to play anywhere else, dude. I only want him here. And like, it sucks because wherever he goes, I'm going to have to become a pseudo fan of. Yeah. Because I'm going to want him to do well because I will never root against him.
Yeah.
There are definitely some teams I don't want him to go to, though.
Not the Sixers.
The Sixers I'd be fine with. I'd be fine with the Sixers because then I can root for Jake's happiness. The Celtics, I'm sorry, JD, no. Don't want him to go to the Celtics. Don't want him to be a Grizzly because I'm not a huge fan of the Grizzlies. Wouldn't want him to be a Rocket. That would kill me inside. If he went to the Lakers, that would also kill me. Best scenarios if you went to the Warriors. Him and Steph.
Your West Coast team? Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'd even like if he went to the Thunder. Jeez. I'd be happy. He might win a ring there.
Don't need more cards.
He might win a ring there. He might win a ring there, though.
They have too many cards. If anything, Patrick Williams might go to the Thunder.
Good.
If they need another wing or something, who knows? Somebody.
I don't know what to think with this team already, man. We're on a roller coaster of emotions to where it's like, I want to be good, but I don't think we're...
And we're already struggling with the question of, like, what do you want out of the season?
If I had to put my money on it, I want them to blow it up.
I want a draft pick. Yeah. I want many draft picks.
I want as many as I can get, because that's how you build a team through the draft. You don't build it through trades. That's what you do. Look at all the... Ant drafted. Steph Curry drafted. Clay was drafted. The only player who was traded for that's the star of their team that I can think of is Shea. But yet again, they drafted everyone else around him.
That's true.
Like,
yeah. There's no team. I mean, the Mavs are the closest thing, but they drafted not only Luka, but they also drafted Lively, who was essential to them making it as far as they did last year. So I think you need both, and we got neither. No, I'm sorry. We do have some draft picks. I am encouraged by some of them.
Last question I'll ask you.
Yeah.
If, let's say we do trade away Vuce, Zach, get draft picks, and AK continues to draft projects that don't pan out, how long is he in his position?
I think he's got 2 years. I think if we tank this year, like we full commit to the tank this year.
So like next year after.
Correct. Yeah. So I guess it would be 3 seasons from today, Yeah.
This year would be the 3rd.
Yeah.
But 2 after this one.
Correct. Yeah.
I want us to
vibes.
I want us to be good, but I want draft picks. Like you said, I want young talent, and I want the team to be built the right way. We tried. It didn't work. It was fun while it lasted. Man, I didn't expect this podcast to get so depressing at the end. Is it just the Bulls? Does the Bulls do that to us, Dave?
Alonzo Ball is going to come back and play basketball again.
Yeah, but
we'll always have that magical time. The second time Lonzo Ball came back,
when he hit that three. When he hit that three, we said we were so back.
Banged that one in. Oh. Yeah, we did. We were back.
We're Bulls back, baby.
Bulls fans know it.
Let us know what you guys think down below, guys. Remember, check out our Discord, greatest community in the universe. It's free to join if you want to support us. You can on Patreon. Hit that like button, that sub button. All of our socials are down below as well. Thank you, Dave, for a great podcast.
Thank you for hosting.
It's always nice. Back to the original two.
Yeah.
This is how the fast break started. Just the two of us. When we talked about LaMarcus Aldridge going to the Spurs. Right? That was two of the Spurs away from I think it was two of the Spurs.
That was the deal.
LaMarcus Aldridge to the Spurs. But let us know what you guys think down below. We'll be back next week with more basketball insight for you guys. And as always, have a good day, everybody. As always, we'd like to thank the people that make these videos possible, our patrons whose names are displayed on the screen now. If you would like to become a patron, go ahead and click the Patreon icon in the bottom right. And if you'd like to check out another video from MVP Sports, hit the video in the upper left. As always, thanks for watching.